Here is a quick tutorial video on how to replace your windshield washer reservoir on a 2012 Dodge Ram 2500. Should be about the same as 3500. You'll be replacing this nice piece. I had mine replaced before and it cost me $400 at the dealership, and the auto shops here in town wanted over $200 to do it. This is like a 30-minute job. Save you some money. To get this done, you'll need a 8mm socket and a 13mm socket. Your 8mm will be to get the plastic inner fender out. You got the bolts around the edge, you got 2 on the top here, and then you've got a plastic trim piece that you'll need that little fork screwdriver to get it out. I already went ahead and did mine so that I can just pull it out. You wouldn't have to worry about watching that. Once you get this out, it gives you access to the bottom of your washer reservoir. You'll need to undo your electrical connectors here and here for the pump and the sensor that tells you how full it is. You have 2 13mm bolts, one right here, you can see it, and then one around the corner in there. You'll access that one from underneath the truck. There's no need to take the grill off, it's pointless. This one you can get with a small extension. The other one you actually need to be underneath the truck to reach up above the frame rail. Okay, so laying under the truck, if you look between the radiator and your steering box, you can see the other bolt right, you can see my finger there, right there. It's way up there, but there's enough room that you can reach it with a socket from the side. I bought my reservoir off Amazon for a little over 40 bucks. So 40 bucks and half an hour of work will save you between, I'd say, $250 and $400. At least that's what it is in the Fallon, Reno area of Nevada. Once you have it all undone, unbolted, before you try to pull it out the bottom, your wiring harness is stuck to the side of the bottle, right up here by the top. You can use one of the plastic trim remover deals, or just a flat screwdriver, wedge it out a little bit, pull it off. This plug has the red plastic deal. It's kind of a pain in the butt to get off because it's right up against the body, but the sensor here is just in with a rubber grommet and you can pull it off. And if your truck has issues with telling if this reservoir is empty or not, you could pop it out and clean off your contacts there. This one, you just push the tab and wiggle it off. There you go. Now you can undo the hose from the pump, or just pop your pump out and pull it off. As a side note, if you're having low pressure on your windshield washers, the filter for the reservoir is right there. So if you're having low windshield washer pressure, you pop that out, clean it off, maybe not change your bottle or your pump. Once you have everything off, lift your tank, pull it out and to the driver's side, pop it down, wiggle it out. Make sure that you're not hung up on your wiring harness for the lights and stuff up top. Now that you've done the bottom, come up here. You can see right here it catches on the wires. Just kind of lift them and push the spout to the side. She'll come down. Back down at the bottom, you see your mounting tab hangs up on there. Move it to the side. Voila, you're done. Putting it back in is the opposite of taking it out. Before you put the other one in, Just take a flat screwdriver, wedge it on the side of that red tab. You push that in and disconnect your old reservoir level sensor and dealy bob, if it'll come off. Fucking things are a pain in the ass. So once you get the red tab off, if it doesn't come off, maybe it's caked in there with all the dirt and junk from your tires kicking up off the road, just put a screwdriver onto the edge and slowly work your way off of it. There you go. Most of your new reservoirs are going to come with a new sensor there, a new pump, a little bit of hose to attach your sprayers. So once you get your old reservoir out, you take your sprayer hose, there's a connector right up here, unless you want like 20 feet of sprayer hose, which is unnecessary. Just pull out the barb fitting that's on there. So for installing your new reservoir, I found it's a little easier to take the new cap off. It won't get hung up. Make sure that you take your hose and connect it first. Since it's on the back side, it'll be a pain in the ass if you already have the reservoir up there. And then you can weave the thing up through there, just opposite of what you did to take it out. There we go. It's that easy. Now I'll bolt it in and attach the wires. Go ahead and put your top bolt in. Make sure you don't tighten it all the way down. Leave a little bit of play on here. That way you can move the bottle around and situate the other bolt in. I think this is probably the hardest part, reaching up here and fighting to get that bolt in while you're sitting in an awkward position. If you use a small extension on this one, or even just a deep socket, you'll be able to get more than a quarter of a turn off of it. Speed up your job. With that tight, it's time to put these back on. Kind of a pain in the ass when you can't see the holes. Thank you, Dodge. With that, you can put your cap back on. Boom. Okay, now comes time to put the fender well back in. Shove her in there. Remember, she goes above the spring bucket and behind. One of the things you could do to help yourself is get your inner fender all lined up. And right here, you got this plastic body tab. Try to get it, mounted back in where it goes, and that will actually hold the fender up for you. There we go, right there. Got that in. Fender well still is up. Just use your 8mm. Get these all bolted back in. You got one here, 6 around the fender well. If you can't get that plastic body piece in first, you guys get these little bolts in first.